Purr-Sonality, the serval, has been on the observation chart for the last couple of days because she's not been eating as well as usual. Something happened to the motherboard on the generator that runs our X-ray machine at the sanctuary, so we had to take Purr-Sonality into the Humane Society of Tampa Bay, where our veterinarian, Dr. Justin Borstein, has his real job. We didn't realize until we sedated her and started doing diagnostics on her that she's never been sick a day in her life. We went back through all of her medical records and she's never been to the vet, which is just absolutely astonishing. So here she is, 21 years old. Can you believe that? 21 years old. And keep in mind, servals usually live to be like 10 or 12. So here she is, 21 years old. She's never been sick a day in her life. And the last couple of days, she's not eaten well. And so her keepers noticed it, put it on the observation chart, and here she is getting diagnostics at the Humane Society of Tampa Bay. We are really grateful that both of our vets work for places that allow us to bring our big cats when we have to. The Humane Society of Tampa Bay has been our partner in the foster kitten program, and we just love them there. And Dr. Wynn's clinic at Ehrlich Animal Hospital has always been most gracious to allow us to bring our cats there when they need help. Dr. Justin did x-rays and he did a sonogram because he didn't want to put her through an extensive dental for this mouthful of bad teeth that she has if there was something that was life-threatening going on with what he had seen in the x-ray. But he just wasn't completely sure that what he was seeing on the x-ray or the sonogram was going to be something that she couldn't recover from. So he decided the one thing he can fix are the teeth, and we will send out the rest of the blood work and put her on antibiotics and hopefully heal her from the dental issues and then see how she does. The only other option would be to completely open her up and dig around inside and see if there's a mass in there. But if there is, she's 21 years old and that's major surgery. So we really don't want to put her through all of that if this dental work can help get her back on her feet again and give her a few more months or a few more years of a good quality of life. He's giving her as many of the drugs as he can in injectable form because she's probably not going to feel like eating much right after all of this dental work. She's going to be on a soft diet for a few days and recovering in our cat hospital. Purr-Sonality and her brother Frosty were actually born at the sanctuary back on January 1st, 1995. Now, what's really unusual about that is they really were born on January 1st. It's typical in the animal industry if you don't know for sure when a cat was born, but you have a rough idea of the year, you give them the birth date of January 1st. But in their case, they really were born on New Year's Day back in 1995. Keep in mind, that was a year before I would even hear of the internet. And it was years after the internet came along before it was really something that was useful to us. But the only people we could turn to for advice back then were the breeders and dealers. And Frosty and Purr-Sonality's mother was a white-footed serval named Daisy. And white-footed servals were pretty rare. There were only 11 or 12 of them that anybody knew of in existence. And so the breeders and dealers were saying that because this was a rare color, that this was something that should be bred for future generations. What we didn't know at the time is that these animals are very inbred for these fancy color morphs, and they come along usually with a lot of birth defects and issues. And so we were just really fortunate that Frosty and Purr-Sonality have both been pretty strong their entire life. And like I said before, it's absolutely amazing that Purr-Sonality has never had any medical issues before now. So she was a lucky one, but we learned very quickly that there's no reason to be breeding these animals. They don't serve any conservation purpose. The fancy color morphs don't serve any kind of conservation value. And so we stopped breeding in 1997. I really hope that these bad teeth are the only problem that Purr-Sonality was having, and that it's not advanced kidney failure or any age-related things that we just can't reverse. It'll be a few days before we really know, but we felt like this was something that we could at least try and see if it gets her back up on her feet again. Thank you for watching and for all of your support.